Peace. You know, it is a very fun thing. Fun for me in the least. I do not know if you are a good person. I do not know if you are kind or if you are patient, if you are moral, if you are just, if you are intelligent, if you are wise. I do not know the things that you have gone through in your life. I do not know if you are wicked or if you are horrible. It is not for me to say. But I have an awareness within myself, I have an awareness enough that I care for you, regardless of these things. I want to see good things for you. I want to see your nature develop. I have a certain sort of a compassion for what you might have gone through to shape you into who you presently are. And that is a fun thing because it allows a lightness, an experience. It allows a patience in my own being, a compassion to exist within my own being, that I do not know who and what you are, or what you have been through, or what is presently bringing an experience to you that is reflective of your conduct or your behavior. I do not know. I do not know. I do not have the present awareness to be able to say who you are, and it would not be my place to. And that is fun for me. That is beautiful to me because it allows me the freedom to care for you without knowing. Because I know what the end of it will be from the perspective within my own being that I care for you. I am allowed to witness fruit from that. I am allowed the experience, the test of my own being, to see if I will care, if I will have it within my own being, to seek and to wish, to believe in good things happening for you and from you. That is a good thing for me. That is fun. That is laughter. That is joy. That is play. And this experience, this way of being, this decision that we can all make within ourselves for each other, this patience, this compassion, this allowance of being, it is all rooted in this very simple thing. And it is exceptionally simple, but it is very hard to experientially play a part in sovereignly within your own awareness, to be able to look at another human being and to be able to understand this is not something that is separate from me. This is not something that I'm greater than or worse than. This is something that is having its own unique experience that I am not separate from and that I benefit from if it is doing well. And if it is not, then I am blessed if I am allowed a space of acceptance for it, presence for it, patience for it, compassion to it. That leads to a good end. And it does not mean that we become a victim to someone else's wrongdoing. And it does not mean that we allow injustice to occur. But what is greater than stopping an injustice and exerting power over it is having an understanding of it, of where that may have come from, and being able to play a role in resolving that from its source. And I cannot solve what is within you. I can play my own role in allowing a solution to come from it. But I cannot be the one that does it. I can only, in my own being, be representative of the truth. And that truth is that I do care for you. I do not need to know you to care for you. I do not need to have an in-depth knowledge of everything that you have gone through, things that you may not know of yourself. I do not need to know it. But if I can solve my own difficulties within my own being, and if I can maintain a patience and a presence, a compassion and a care, and a strength to withstand what wrong may come from you, or what good may come from you that I myself may not be comfortable with. If we can do that, so many doors become open between each other. Understanding does not have to be such a difficult thing. This union of things does not have to be so difficult. And it's very funny in that way. And I see it so often, I see people, and for whatever reason, it seems to be this way for me. People are very transparent. I see things about them that perhaps they're not aware of. And perhaps other people see this of me that I'm not aware of. I do not know. I only have my own unique experience. But I see things within people, little things that they're struggling with. Life, just as it is. But I watch them with their struggles in their experiences with people very often. Somebody may be going through something very horrible, but their ability just to be decent to another human being is great. Most people want that. Most people are very happy to just be good to each other. And we can look at this from a lot of different perspectives, Perhaps it is a survival mechanism. If I'm good to you, you will be good to me. But I think it is something much more profound than that. I think that there is a commonality between people, and that there is a common problem that exists within all of us, that manifests uniquely throughout all of us, that we may resolve through ourselves and through each other, through this commonality, through this will of good upon ourselves and each other. And perhaps these people who I'm witnessing, and perhaps with myself, perhaps it is easier to be good to each other than it is to be good to ourselves. And perhaps there is a lot for us to learn from that. Perhaps there is a lot that we can grow into from that. That I would be able to acknowledge that it is easier for me to be good to you than it is to be good to myself. And there is another depth to it, Because the common kindness that we give each other, it does not have the same depth that it does whenever we are good to ourselves, because we have to be with ourselves at all times. I do not have to be with the person who I am opening a door for, or speaking a pleasantry to, or giving a kind word to throughout their worst moment, but I will be there for mine, and you will be there for yours. And here is a deeper revelation, that you are going to be with yourself in your worst moment. Let this be a reason for you to be able to grant compassion to someone else in theirs. I'm not greater than you. I'm not worse. I'm not separate from you. This is something we share together. And these little moments, this small amount of understanding that we can give to each other, that you are allowed this, your worst moment. You are allowed it. You may experience this. I will not condemn you for it. You are allowed that. The resolution that can come from that, the safety that we can find in each other from that place, that you are allowed your worst moment, and that I do not hate you for it. I do not think that I am separate from you because that you have had a moment that is difficult. Think about it on a personal level, if you are allowed to experience that, if your community around you, if your loved ones, those that are close to you, and the society or the world that surrounds you is acceptant of it, that you are going to go through difficult things, but that we are here for you together in this, that something greater will come from it, that I have belief within you. I have belief in my own being that something good will come from it, that you are allowed to experience the worst of yourself, then perhaps things that are within me will be a little bit easier. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. And that is a great part of what we are learning here. So let us have that acceptance of each other. I wish the best for you in your worst moments, and I will be present for mine. And I thank you for your acceptance and your allowance of the process that is unfolding within you and unfolding within me for the betterment of all things. Beautiful love and truth. Glory, grace, strength, thanks. Grateful, God, that you are courage, strength, protection. I'm with you. Peace.